Howdy, Dr. Shawnsteel, your personal injury pro chiropractic attorney. Looking forward to talking to you folks again, always in a 5-minute format. Keep it short, keep it sweet. You know, between the time that you turn on the coffee, by the time it's ready to be drunk, do we drink or drunk coffee? By the time it's ready to drink it. Nonetheless, I'm sure the editor will take care of that. We're talking about rules 2 and 3. We combined them because they're short but important rules, somewhat different, but we want to keep it within the 5-minute scope. I'm actually going to time this. Thank you. Oh, no, I did it wrong. How are we doing? Okay, good. All right. Now, back to Shawnsteel and our video, our hopefully weekly video. One things that we like to do is to talk about personal injury and making the chiropractor's life happy, profitable, restful, and at peace. We don't want to have any stress with personal injury. It should be fun. Probably the most complicated cases you'll ever have are personal injury cases, and the ones that pay the best. 2 things we'd like to talk about when it comes to patients, and it talks about the patient's personal commitment to see that your bill is paid. Because ultimately, too many patients, I think, are told by their attorneys, go and see the doctor, he's on a lien, we'll pay him at the end of the case. There's kind of a disassociation between the patient's commitment, personal and emotional commitment to see that your bill is paid. When the attorney gets involved and he says it's on a lien, what does that mean? It sounds like it's not the patient's responsibility. It sort of sounds like the attorney's sort of going to take care of it. It also kind of opens the door for the attorney to do whatever he wants to you. That's bad karma. We don't like that kind of relationship. So what we like to do with patients is that we like to send them a personal injury bill. This is shocking. A lot of docs don't do this, but I recommend it for all the doctors that I work with. You want to keep your patients focused that they owe you a bill, even though it's on a lien. It may or may not be MedPay, but it's good business to send them a bill, treat them like a private insurance patient, that you do every single time that you have those patients in your office. So when the patient comes into your life and they get a bill from you at the end of the month, they realize a couple of things. 1, you're a serious doctor. 2, you got a good address for them. 3, they begin to appreciate your services, because the vast majority of patients that see a chiropractor that don't get a bill have no idea what you charge. And it really is a problem in depositions. It's a problem in litigation. Well, I don't know. I guess my doctor charges $50 a visit, but you're actually charging $125. That looks like it's very bad testimony, because the patients aren't aware of 2 things: the value of your services and the value of their own personal injury case. So we recommend billing them, and here's what, besides it being good business, besides it keeping the patient honest and emotionally committed, you track them. You know where they're living. The worst thing that can happen is have you do all the good work, your patient gets better, the case settles, there's a bunch of money out there to be distributed, and guess what? The patient's gone. They just disappeared. The attorney can't find them, you can't find them. But if you're billing them once a month, you're going to know as soon as they leave. And then you're going to be able to have a lot more time to find that patient. Because I can't tell you how many doctors I know have an accounts receivable. Very impressive, sometimes 6-7 figures, and they never collect. And that's a sign of an unhappy practice. Number 2, if you want to up the game a little bit, which I think is always good in personal injury, maybe have your patients agree to a copay format. That is, they pay something for every single visit. My uncle did it. My aunt did it. All the chiropractors in my family are used to having copays when there's insurance, because insurance is never a certain thing. Personal injury is never a certain thing, depending upon the insurance company, the lawyer, or other factors we don't even have time to talk about. But if you have a copay with the patient, $10, $20 a visit, that isn't too much. Those patients are uniformly more reliable, more concerned about paying your fee, more compliant. Most doctors don't like doing that. They don't like having the patient coming up with that $10 bill out of their wallet, out of their purse. I don't understand why. I think it's a good practice. And I think if you got a really good diversified practice, most of your patients, if you ask them, it's just for the overhead, patients will understand. So those are our 2 tips for our 5-minute video. We'd like to see you again, but we have 3 things that we want to ask of you. We try to do this every single week, something that will improve the quality of your personal injury life. But number 1, please like us. And number 2, please subscribe. It's a click of the button. It's easy. It doesn't cost you any money, and then you get our notifications. And 3, please send this to your friends. We're not asking you to send it to, just random people, but every single chiropractor you know is a good start. And it's an easy to share this video so we're inspired to do more of these. We're here. Our purpose is to support chiropractic and personal injury. Shawnsteel here, easy to reach. Shawnsteel at shawnsteel.com. Take care.